Welcome back to Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, where this was originally going to be a Gaming Mysteries, but I wanted more time to do the Gaming Mysteries, so I'm doing this instead. Oh, and Halloween, spooky ghosts, it's so scary, and speaking of scary, it's been a while since I've read something that I felt was stupid, in a scary way, and finally, I think I may have found something that delivers the stupid in the right way. And so today on Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, I'll be telling you all about the award-winning Street Fighter Succabus. And yes, you heard me right. I think I found that special story. Now I do have to say up front that since the story is about Street Fighter, I'll of course be playing Street Fighter footage in the background that I recorded. But keep in mind, I'm rusty as fuck. That's just a warning to the viewers. Now, let's get into this grand tale as I weave you this mystical tale. I went to GameStop one day. I saw a copy of what seemed to be Street Fighter V, or Street Fighter 5. This is impossible, I thought, but I grabbed it anyway. I was saucing, the story might get a little weird, just as a warning, but I was saucing, and in parentheses, I censor myself so I don't look white trash. You're doing a great job, by the way. Keep it up. You're making America look great. Yay. Oh, and then he says he's excited. So that's something. When he got home, he looked at the disc. It seemed to be a PS2 disc. He began setting up the PS2, and what a complicated process that must have been. There's like 3 cables if you include the controller. But oh no, he noticed. There was no rating on the game's cover. In fact, it looked like it was made with the Paint program. What could it be called? Something Paint? It could be anything. I guess we'll never know. Anyways, this is the cover. It was made in a highly advanced program called Paint program. No, you can't have it. Anyways, he put the disc in the PS2 and began the game. The opening was Akuma staring into the night sky. He seemed sad. The stars began to move, glow, and flicker. Akuma became shocked. Then, anger. The author thinks he whispered Mesatsu, but he was not sure. He leapt towards the stars, which were now falling towards him. The stars transformed into metal versions of Akuma with blue eyes that illuminated. They fought Akuma, who killed them one by one in 1 through 3 hits. Jesus Christ, this is so a fanfiction now. Each time one died, blood. Finally, some blood in the story. Thank God, it's been hours. But blood would spray out of where they were hit. Where? Note to self, author maybe Tom. Get a straitjacket. Blood's not usual thing in Street Fighter games, he knows that. Akuma turned around to see Ryu and another metal Akuma, but this metal Akuma held Ryu captive. Akuma freed Ryu and killed the imposter. The story is like talking to a 5-year-old, by the way. And then Akuma and Ryu skipped through the flowers together, is what the author really wanted to write, because goddammit, this is so a fanfic. But no, Akuma walked away from Ryu, who was confused at this point, which, hey, giant battle with metal Akumas. I feel your pain. Buy some shoes. Then fog appeared on the screen. The title showed. He decided to go to training mode. The playable characters were Ryu, Ken, Dan, Sakura, Guy, Akuma, Hugo, and a new character named, I made up, but no, it's named Gao Saru. And wow, that's a pretty terrible name. And a roster in general, so this game sounds awful. These were apparently evil, twisted versions of the characters, though, because Ryu had no bandana on his head, and he had blue gloves rather than red ones. Why, at this point, why even call this imposter Ryu? Ken's hair was short, and his gi was now dark red, as if someone changed his color at the character select screen. Those sneaky bastards. Dan was normal, except he was seemingly depressed. The author had a really in-depth conversation with Dan about this, so he knows that and shit. But Sakura's outfit was soaked in blood, but it went along with her demented smile. God, Sakura covered in blood. I can think of 300 ways that this can go bad. and that's why you leave Safe Search off. Get your learnings on the streets. Guys seem to have been changed greatly due to him, and brace yourself, wearing casual clothing. Hath this story no limits? Akuma had no shirt, exposing a scar across his chest that gives further proof that this is indeed a fanfic. Hugo was normal. That's boring. Poison was on his shoulder though, but Gao Saru was more noticeable, for he had a green gi soaked in blood, similar to Sakura's schoolgirl outfit, and he had purple long hair with gray gloves. Oh, wait, you mean he's Evil Ryu's alternate costume with a different color, you fucking twit? He chose to play as Guy, which you won't see me do in the footage because I don't really play as Guy. Technically, I can't really play as anyone at the moment, but the CPU was Metal Akuma. He had fun brushing up his Street Fighter skills, and oh wow, this is a great warm-up for you, Mr. Champ. You're so good, you're like Mike Ross and Gootecks combined. And it's glorious. But then he went to arcade mode. Again, he chose Guy. He fought Sakura first. Guy was sitting down, but got up. My god, suspense. Sakura was giggling in a creepy way. Oh, the horror. The stage was Street Fighter Alpha stage for Birdie. Who cares? But every time Sakura leaped into the air, she'd let out a scream of malice. This was one of the 300 things I mentioned earlier. But he beat her with little difficulty, which makes the build-up make this whole thing pretty shitty. Guy's victory message was, "I'm sure a straitjacket will look good on you." The author chuckled at this. The author doesn't understand humor. The next fight was Ryu and Ken stage from Street Fighter 2. Ryu was staring into the sky, then noticed Guy. He said, "I'm ready to fight," except I'm sure he didn't say that and instead said some Japanese shit. I will bet money on that. Oh, but he spammed Shoryukens, but the author defeated him anyways. Wow, what a champ. You're just like, champ, dog. Guy's victory message said, "You're not ready. You're only eager." Yep, it's definitely Filipino champ. Then he had to fight Dan, who resided in a new desert stage, otherwise known as that desert stage from Street Fighter. He was balled up and crying, and when he saw Guy, he said, "Leave me be." The fight begun. Not even began? Okay. So much for "leave me be" though. But Dan was still balled up, continuing to cry. The author low-kicked him because he's a prick, but Dan was now rolling around, screaming in pain. The fight ended. Guy said, "Guy's pretty fucking talkative, shouldn't he be busy kicking over barrels?" But Guy said, "Let's not torture him. He's depressed enough already." God, this is the most descriptive bad fighting game I've ever seen. Ken was the next opponent, and when fought in his stage from Street Fighter Alpha 2, I'll go off on a limb here and say the author likes the Alpha series, or at the very least, has heard of it. Ken was adjusting his belt, then said with a voice like Goku's, and in parentheses, "Dragon Ball Z character," as if it could be anyone else. Any other character in the whole fucking world with that same name. Of course it's Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Why is it Goku? I don't fucking know. Fanfiction? So fucking Goku or whatever said, "Let's get this over with." My bad Goku impression. He struck first, but I, the author, countered him with a throw. Great play-by-play so far. He fell through the floor, which broke. Whoa, wait a second. He fell through the floor and the floor broke? Yo, this game is intense! But then the fight ended. This game is also very anticlimactic. Guy looked down the hole. What? And his victory message displayed. It said, "Oops." And I'll assume that's an oops for the plot going nowhere in this entire story. The next fight was not on the character screen. What? Oh, but in parentheses, it was the boss, so I guess it makes sense. Which, no, it doesn't make sense at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. And brace yourself, kids. Because we just hopped headfirst into fanfiction. You were facing a nude version of our Mika called Succabus. Not to be confused with succubus, which is an actual word. a cutscene cued. Or ensued, whatever. Starting with a shot of the desert. This whole fucking creepypasta was filmed in the middle of a desert, apparently. Now, in nighttime, though, to change things up. And it had all the characters he previously defeated with his amazing Street Fighter abilities trapped in gimp suits. Yeah, I don't know, just go with it. Guy walked up to these characters, a shocked expression on his face. Then Succabus appeared. Oh fuck, not Succabus. Another sexy victim I see, she said. You'll be nice to play with, which, one thing, I need an adult. Someone who's more of an adult than me. A female, preferably. Now, Guy jumped into his fighting stance, again with the jumping, and the fight begun. And Guy was easily defeated. Well, this fight scene is terrible. I'm so glad I read the story to get to it. But Succabus then trapped him into a gimp suit. She cocked her head to the author and said, "Won't you join us, cutie?" And that's where I want to stop and say that I think the author is a repressed individual, and the little scenario that you set up for yourself is super fucking creepy. Just some Yuriofwind fantastic pro advice. But the author was scared, somewhat, not completely because, you know, the perv thing. The game forced him back to the character select, except the only character there was ... and in parentheses, pausing for dramatic effect, so now I know that you're just fucking with everyone, so go fuck yourself. You get no evaluation at the end of the video. And I take 50 more points from Hufflepuff, because fuck them! But the only character was him. He was a chibi version of Guy in a light blue shirt and dark blue jeans, as well as black sneakers. It even had his name in there. So he's dressed for style as usual. I selected myself, which sounds awful, and saw another cutscene. By the way, I'm disgusted with the amount of cutscenes that you put in this Street Fighter game. Everyone knows that Capcom doesn't give a fuck about the story, much like how this author doesn't give a fuck about his story. Don't lie to us and yourself. But the cutscene had Succabus, and she was really excited to see him. You sicko. He knew that, you pig. She jumped up and down saying, "I'm going to enjoy and cherish this moment. I know it. Just like I know that I'll need to go back on those antidepressants when the story is done. I have a feeling." His moveset had the special attacks of Guy. No, really? Except the leap into the air move was not there. Whoa. Don't type so fast with these slick Street Fighter knowledge lingo shit, champ. But the spinning kick move was also not there. You know, the technical lingo. Cool it, okay? We're not all professionals like you, Mr. Humane Guy. Are you Flo? But he did have the Shoryuken, so you know he's playing his Guy. He fought her and nearly didn't survive, but he defeated her with the super Shoryuken called, and here we fucking go, Jiden Hiryo no Ken, otherwise known as, I made this up. Succabus fell down. He had no victory message. A cutscene appeared, showing the Succabus melting, the other characters being freed from something or whatever, and earning their original clothes, except for Sakura, who was in a straitjacket. What? And then celebrating, he turned the game off after entering his initials. He got first place. Then he sat down, and I'm sure separate ways from Journey started to play. And now for the epilogue. Yeah, I know, it's stupid, bear with me. The epilogue, titled Epilogue, goes as followed. I was reflecting on what happened when I heard Succabus's voice again. She said, "Don't forget your souvenir." A pair of panties flew and landed on my head, then gave me a headache. Long story short, she had me do a favor in order to stop the torture. The end. What the fuck is your problem? Great creepypasta, bro. You're, if nothing else, the most terrifying person I've ever seen or read about. You creepy motherfucker. At least Tom had dignity and morals, but you and your suckabuses, It's not Succabus, by the way. It's totally Succubus. Also, I want to go off on a limb here and say that this was probably a troll pasta. It's that, or the author is just really weird, and that is one to grow on. So this has been Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Yuriofwind here, and welcome back to End Slate. Woo, this is crazy 4 a.m. End Slate nutty stuff. Recording this End Slate after I did the, way after I did the video audio, because schedule's been a little weird, which is why the video got delayed. But I hope you did enjoy the Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime on the game. I'm gonna keep forgetting the name of this stupid story. Street Fighter Succabus. Street Fighter Succabus. Fake words. I don't know if it was noticeable in the video. I felt kind of peppy. But maybe I just sounded depressed. It's kind of hard to say. But I do hope people enjoyed the video. As I said in the beginning, this was originally going to be a gaming mysteries, but I wanted to have more time to work on that. So that's that. But, you know, it's End Slate, so enough of this talking thing. Now I'm going to talk about other stuff. At the top of the screen, you'll notice that there's 2 videos magically floating. Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. On the... on one side of the screen, I was going to try and do directions, but I'm too tired for that. I can't figure out left and right now. It's just too complicated. On one side of the screen, you have a part of my Let's Play of Corpse Party, which is over on the Gameplay channel, and that's part, I want to say it's part 7, because that's the part where I start chapter 2. A lot of people seem to like that Let's Play so far. They really want me to finish it, so I'll probably finish it. But yeah, if you're interested in Let's Plays and you want to check that out, that'd be cool. And yeah. But then the other video I want to recommend is the last video. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm breaking the mold. I'm going to recommend a different video just because I can. Let's see, what was this video about? Street Fighter? Okay. I'm going to recommend my gaming mysteries on Street Fighter 4 Flashback. Just because I can. Yeah, I know, I could recommend the video I did last time, but I'm not going to. I'll do that some other time. See, I'm all wacky because it's End Slate and there's no rules in End Slate. I'm the End Slate master. And also, when I get really tired, I just ramble and ramble. And it never stops. So I'm sorry about that. And that's to the bottom of the screen. If you like the video and you would like to like it or share it and you know, get the word out there or whatever, of course that would be greatly appreciated. If that's something you're not into, then I'm not going to force it on you, but of course stuff like that is always appreciated, as is subscriptions. But you know, again, it's ultimately your choice. That's a decent way of wording that, right? Some people know I've been trying to figure out a way to not sound like a machine when I talk about that stuff. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. More Halloween stuff is coming. Keep in mind that September is only month 1, and I've been saving some stuff. I've been saving a lot of stuff for October, so yeah, plenty of stuff. So yeah, that about covers it. Videos, rambling, Let's Play, other video about Street Fighter, this video. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, share with the subscription, to go on to bed. It's 4 a.m. I gotta go to bed, you guys. Good night. I almost said, sorry, we're extending this a little bit. I have a habit of, you know, if I say goodnight to a relative, I'll say, good night, love you, night. I almost said that. That would have been embarrassing. Would have had to edit that out of the End Slate. Nuts. I'm gonna go now. Bye, guys.